Okay,
Okay.
your time starts now.
Hello. We are Team 4B or Team Axolotl. We are made up of Caden Peoples, myself, as well as Nina Chen, Srija Barua, Josh Neal, and Vid Yash. We were mentored by Elizabeth Young. Today, we decided to tackle the problem of physical health and mental well-being management. So, we would like to present to you our app, Wellness Wizard. Our objectives are to help combat the lack of accessible healthcare worldwide, provide an alternative method for those who may not feel comfortable going to a physician, and spread general knowledge about medicine and healthcare, normalizing the understanding of both.
Healthcare can be quite expensive and thus not as available as it should be. As a team, we believe that everyone should have access to both health resources and the knowledge needed to ensure one's well-being. As a result, we have decided to come up with an app that can help those who find it difficult to reach medical resources that can help determine illnesses and conditions.
As a solution, our app will target people easily prone to sickness or those who suffer from a chronic illness. Our app will help users track their symptoms and find diagnoses and treatments accordingly.
Our stakeholders are patients and doctors and the general population. Our app will help patients quickly and easily get an idea of what might be causing their symptoms. For doctors, this app will help them focus on patients with more severe symptoms. By using a chatbot, the app can assess whether a user's symptoms warrant a visit to the doctor. However, doctors may be able to see fewer patients. This app aims to improve public health by making treatment ideas and options easily accessible to everyone. While there is a risk of incorrect diagnosis, we've ensured that the app is available to all without requiring any pay-to-access features, making it an inclusive tool for the general population.
There will be three main features of our app. The first, a chatbot will analyze the user's symptoms in relationship to past medical history and provide diagnoses and treatments accordingly. We will also have a screen asking about medical history, whose responses will be used to provide treatments. The final feature will be a past questions list, which communicate input received from the user to the chatbot to find diagnoses and treatments.
Our app must include a chatbot to collect patient information and provide a conclusion along with password protection to safeguard sensitive medical data. Ideally, the app should have a specialized database for the chatbot to use instead of relying on the internet. The app could also offer multiple potential diagnoses instead of just one, allow users to create profiles linked to their medical history, and provide a feature where doctors can verify or challenge the chatbot's results, similar to a two-step authentication. However, the app won't be able to include direct referrals to specialists in emergencies or the ability to prescribe medications. Those actions will still require a visit to an actual doctor.
There are many other groups that focus on physical and mental health management. However, our team's idea is unique in that we intend to focus on a user's specific symptoms, past medical history, family medical history, and from that offer diagnoses. Trusted and reliable sources including CDC, WHO, university, and clinic websites would also be utilized. All in all, this would make our app more reliable than a simple Google search or ChatGPT, as the diagnosis would not be using data from millions of people, but rather one from a specific user's data.
Some ethical concerns arise from AI's potential biased conclusions, but it will provide multiple diagnoses to counteract this, providing a general understanding of the potential issues. Future considerations, our prototype could be transformed into a real-world product by connecting to an app clinic. This allows the users to a doctor if the symptoms are severe and collaborating with major organizations like CDC.
Since public health issues are very significant to our team, we have decided to create an app that can give users diagnoses based on the symptoms they have inputted. The first screen will give the user two options to either sign up or log in. Since medical information and history is personal, this screen serves as a privacy protector from unknown users.
This is the past medical history. It'll ask you questions like how many days in the week do you exercise and what's your daily diet. These questions are asked to give you the most accurate answer. After answering these questions, you gotta press save and continue at the bottom of your screen.
Okay, so after inputting your past medical history, you will be brought to the diagnosis screen. You can write any questions or concerns you might have, and the chatbot will provide you with a list of diagnoses, both with and without regarding past conditions and family conditions. After this, you can choose to view possible treatments on the next page.
Okay. Going off the diagnosis screen, it uses the diagnosis made by the chatbot wizard in order to let the patient know two things: how concerned the patient should be and how they should proceed going forth. Clicking either of the view buttons after the response has been generated will allow for a new response to be generated in case the other ones weren't accurate enough or in depth for the user. Note that these treatments don't have 100% accuracy and should still be verified by a field professional. And again, at any time, you'll be able to go return back to view the diagnoses again. Thank you.
Okay, so you're finished, right? You actually have like 5 seconds, but okay, that's fine. Okay, so that sounds very interesting. So this is working similar to a doctor. I mean, not exactly a doctor, of course, but similar to a doctor, right? So you describe like what symptoms you have, and you give your medical history, and it's going to kind of like diagnose for you. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So may I ask what AI feature are you using? So I know that it is a chatbot, but is it similar to ChatGPT?
Yeah, it's kind of similar, except instead of being trained on like the whole internet's worth of information, it'll be specifically trained on like the user so that it can be more accurate instead of like providing false information sometimes.
I see, I see. So how many users would there be? I mean, like how many users' information would this model be trained on?
Ideally, it'd be only trained on the person like using the device. So like it'd be individualized for everyone who has the app installed on their
Okay,
devices.
okay. Thank you.
I have a question for you guys. How does this app differ from telehealth? If everyone's familiar with telehealth, it's basically a video chat with a doctor specific to your provider. What is the appeal to use this app over just scheduling a telehealth appointment?
This app
Oh,
would
no, you can
be,
you can go.
this app would be like a quicker resource, and because you're messaging like a chatbot or like the app in comparison to like telehealth, it would take longer, and it might also be more confrontational to the patient who may not be comfortable speaking like to a doctor face to face just yet.
Thank you.
Any more questions from the judges?
I have a question. This is more on the user end of the app, so the design of the app. I noticed you guys do have like a lot of text boxes versus like buttons and things like that. So would you say like maybe like you guys wanted it just to be text, or like, because I know like a lot of text can get overwhelming. So is there any changes that you would make to the design to kind of make it a little bit more user friendly, maybe to some younger users that might be using the app?
An idea that I had considered was having each diagnosis pop up like one at a time, and you could like either click through them or scroll through them because that block of text does get like very intimidating sometimes. Um, so going forward, I would say that would be a change I would like to make.
And I also had one question. Are you guys using like some sort of database or something to store the information? So if the user wanted to like add more symptoms or update their information, would it be able to remember what they had previously inputted?
Yeah. We have it stored in a database, so it's password locked. So when you go to sign up, the password that you use there is the password you use to log in. And when you log in, you'll be able to change your medical history. So like if there's new family history to know about, your diet change, stuff like that, you can always update it.
I have one more question to piggyback off of that. Have you guys thought about like security concerns if you're storing everybody's medical history in databases? Have you thought about like if you were to get hacked and all of that was to get leaked, like have you thought about how to secure it in any way? That might be a high level question, but I was just curious. It's okay if you don't have an answer for it either.
Well, I mean, I think it's stored on the device specifically, and the device has a password protection, so it's not like stored to like a major cloud. It's kind of stored specific to the user, so it's already on the device, and on the device it's already password protected, so it's kind of safe there.